Our health or disease starts at a cellular level, and therefore it is very important to understand specific pathways that could lead to, cellular growth, cell replication, cell division, or cellular repair and maintenance. Right. On one end of spectrum, we have pathways such as mTOR, which is a pro-growth pathway. It actually, leads to cellular growth, cell replication, cell division. It could also lead to protein synthesis, and it is very important for muscle building, right? So there are certain nutrients that could activate mTOR, which includes, leucine, which is again, the viability of leucine is impacted by your gut microbiome. Then glucose, carbohydrates could stimulate mTOR activation, right? And there are certain other pathways that could lead to mTOR activation, such as gut microbiome could produce metabolites such as short chain fatty acid that could activate mTOR, right? But overactive or hyperactive mTOR is really harmful, as it could lead to various abnormalities. It could trigger endothelial dysfunction, it could lead to mitochondrial dysfunction, it could lead to production of free radicals that could increase the risk for cancer. It could also suppress nitric oxide production, which is again which could be a reason for onset of cardiovascular diseases, right? But we have to make sure that we are cycling mTOR, because we do not need to have very high mTOR and very low mTOR at different points in time, right? So essentially, if we are suppressing mTOR too much, it could interfere with the protein synthesis, right? And if we are overacting, it could lead to various diseases, right? So we have to keep mTOR cycling. On the other end of the spectrum, we have pathways such as AMPK, PPAR alpha, or sirtuin, right? Which are energy conservation pathway, which actually stimulates cellular repair and maintenance. And some of the ways we could activate these pathways include fasting, right? And then certain molecules such as spermidine, NAD+, right? OEA, PA, all these molecules could activate these energy conservation pathways, and specifically OEA and PA could also lead to satiety regulation, regulate your glucose and lipid metabolism. It promotes your cognitive health. It also optimize your testosterone levels. So either by fasting or by these molecules, you can activate these energy conservation pathways. And therefore we have to strike a balance between both sides, energy conservation and the cell growth, and having a right balance could optimize our cellular health.